And welcome to Rauta with another new CD released by a new band. Today's band is We Sell the Dead, and this is their album Heaven Doesn't Want You and Hell is Full. And what makes this album kind of interesting, or this band, is that this is a sort of a supergroup. Take people from In Flames, take people from Spiritual Beggars, take the ex-drummer from Him, and then some, and you got this band pretty much covered up. So this is mostly Swedish band with Swedish talent, Swedish well-known artists, and the guy behind these animations, I think, and the lyrics. So We Sell the Dead is kind of interesting stuff, at least in there. So without further ado, let's take a look. Here's the CD, which is pretty basic, as you can guess. This is not a digipack as such, but digi-sleeve, so there is no jewel case, kind of a thingy, and well, the CD tray that is. And there's the track list. As you can see, very simple, very comic, very characteristic. Sans comic fun or something like that. No. Well, here's the booklet, and the info is here with the lineup and all that stuff. So these animation characters, what I was told, are more or less related to the birth of this band. However, there was no promotional letter or anything kind of that to explain how this animation is related to that. So I will keep you going and guessing and finding out for yourself. There's probably lots more of information to come. So this is about just lineup comments and all that stuff. So let's get to the music with We Sell the Dead. Now, being a supergroup kind of has a lot of pressure coming from the outside, because expectedly everybody's expecting something major and big and all the famous awesomeness to happen. Now, We Sell the Dead is kind of surprising and kind of boring at the same time. By boring, I don't mean a dull album or like a bad album, not even mediocre one, but kind of a dull in the sense that eventually, after spin or two, you'll find out that this is musically kind of nothing special. It's kind of a well, not melancholic, but maybe as such, but kind of a atmospheric stuff, kind of a heavy metal, meaning with kind of a hard rockish idea, and then some. So it's not extreme by any sense. It's kind of easy to approach, kind of a mainstream light metal, if you will. The terms that could be easily played in a, let's say, mainstream radio channel focusing on rock music and kind of a basic metal music. There was this sticker on the front that came out with the wrapping that basically said, what would be heavy metal be like if Jack the Ripper was playing in a band? Well, in my opinion, if you ask me, Jack the Ripper probably would have headed some Cannibal Corpse way in order to play black metal. This is way too kind of a ordinary stuff. I think this is kind of a dad metal in a way, so kind of like Next Step from Nickelback and Foo Fighters and all that stuff. Very well produced. I mean, like all the guitar sounds, drum sounds, vocals and all that stuff. They are just like top-notch level. Something that you would expect from a supergroup, right? So in that sense, this is nothing to complain really, but kind of say that this is something that is what to be surprised. Boring in a way, but then again, not in a bad way. Musically, this is kind of a nice, it's easy to, like I said, easy to approach, easy to get along and kind of put it on the background. But then it's also the type of stuff you will eventually forget on the background. Let's say you're driving through a grocery store, you go for a walk with your, I don't know, headphones on and stuff like that. It's kind of easy to put it, play and kind of enjoy random melodies or vocal parts here and there, and then it kind of starts to fade into the background. Now, I don't consider it as such a bad thing, but it's hardly a good thing either, because it's kind of like lacking the kind of these instant hit parts, the kind of hooks that keep the melody or chorus parts or whatever singing in your head. That is, You know, if you have ever heard a like Iron Maiden or Metallica hit song or any other big band, you know, there's a reason why they're called hits. They're the type of songs, you know, you just like instantly can memorize if you, even if you hear a few seconds of that music. Now, Whistle the Dead isn't exactly like that. Like I said, it's kind of easy to listen. It's easy to put it on in your player, like if you're having some drinks and food with your friends coming, you know, for a visit or all that stuff. But it's not the type of stuff that, in my opinion, hardly goes any farther than that. Surely, music to be played on the background and easy to enjoy, probably on a gig as well, but still kind of like lacking this kind of edginess, you know. It's kind of like a object with rounded corners, weighing a little bit too much plastic and not too dangerous even if you threw it as a Hulk from Marvel Comics or whatever. So we sell the dead. Surely a lots of potential with this band, given the lineup and all that stuff and nice production. But music wise, maybe be a little bit more heaviness, more steel, more edge, more hooks, more hits. Those surely could be needed. Now they are mostly just missed. Well, thank you for watching this review. Hope you check out this album, already out 23rd of February 2018, so it's been out for a while. If you haven't seen our reviews, now you have, and you're free to go to check it out on social media and streaming services or wherever you can find this music, or maybe just head to your local record store and go listen for yourself. See you next time with a new review.